Here's a stock's price, one number for each day. You may buy once and sell once on a later day. Pick 2 days badly and you lose money. Pick them well and you win. The whole game is finding the best pair without checking every pair there is. The rules are simple. You get the price of a stock on each day. Buy on one day, sell on a strictly later day, and you keep the difference. Return the maximum profit you could have made. Here, buying at 1 and selling later at 6 earns 5. But if prices only ever fall, every sale loses money, so you just don't buy, and the answer is 0, never negative. The instinct is brute force. Take every possible buy day, and for each one, look at every later sell day, keeping the biggest gain you find. It absolutely works. But count the work. With n days, there are about n squared over 2 pairs to check. 6 days is 15 pairs, nothing. But 1,000 days is 500,000, and 100,000 days is 5 billion. That's quadratic time, and it falls over fast.
Now the flip. To make the most money selling today, you don't care about every earlier day. You care about exactly one, the cheapest day so far. So walk forward once and ask one question. If I sell today, bought at the lowest price behind me, what do I make? Watch it run. Keep 2 things, the cheapest price so far and the best profit so far. Day 0, price 7, that's the cheapest yet. Day 1, price 1, cheaper still, our buy line drops. Day 2, price 5, sell now and we'd make 4, new best. Keep going. Day 3, price 3, only 2 profit, best stays 4. Day 4, price 6, and now we'd make 5, new best. Day 5, price 4, just 3, no improvement. 1 pass and the answer is 5. Buy at 1, sell at 6. Look at everything we kept, 2 numbers, the cheapest price so far and the best profit so far. No nested loop, no second array, just 1 walk down the list. So the cost, 1 pass is order n, linear time. 2 variables is order 1, constant space. That 5 billion pair nightmare is gone. 100,000 days is now 100,000 simple steps.
And the falling market? Watch the cheapest day keep sliding forward while every profit comes out negative. The best profit never leaves 0. The algorithm quietly tells you, don't buy. Here's the shape worth remembering. Set the minimum to infinity and the best to 0. For each price, update the minimum, then update the best with price minus minimum. That's the whole solution. 3 takeaways. 1, you rarely need every pair. Track the best baseline behind you. 2, 1 pass and 2 variables beat a nested loop. 3, this min tracking shape shows up far beyond stocks. Want to try it yourself? The interactive version is on unrote.com, link in the description. Understand it, don't memorize it. We'll see you in the next one.
Here's a string of characters. Find the longest stretch you can read straight through where no letter repeats. The slow way tests every possible stretch, but there's a way to find it in a single pass, never looking at any character twice. The rules are simple. You're given a string. A substring is just a run of characters that sit next to each other. Find the length of the longest substring that has no repeated character inside it. A few examples to ground it. In ABC, ABCBB, the best you can do is ABC, which is length 3. In all B's, every run repeats, so the answer is just 1. And in PWWKEW, the winner is WKE, also 3. The instinct is brute force. Take every possible start, extend to every possible end, and check whether that piece has all unique characters. It works, but look at how much you redo. The same characters get scanned again and again. And count the cost. There are about n squared substrings, and checking each one for duplicates takes more work on top. That's cubic, or quadratic if you're careful. A string of 100,000 characters becomes billions of operations. It falls over. Now the flip. Don't think in substrings. Think of one window with 2 ends, a left and a right. You push the right end forward to grow the window. The moment a character repeats inside it, you slide the left end forward, just enough to drop the old copy. The window never goes backwards. Watch it run on A, B, C, A, B, C, B, B. Right end on A, then B, then C. All new. The window grows to A, B, C, length 3, our best so far.
Now the right end hits a second A. That A is already in the window, so slide the left end past the old A. The window becomes BCA, still link 3.
Keep going. The right end hits B, already inside, so left slides past it. C, A, B. Then C repeats, left slides again. A, B, C. Then B. The window shrinks to C, B. Then a final B, and the window is just B. One pass across the whole string, and the longest window we ever held was 3. The one trick that makes this fast, a small map from each character to the last place you saw it. When the right end lands on a repeat, you don't crawl the left end over one square at a time. You read where that character last appeared and jump the left end to just past it, in a single step. So the cost. The right end moves forward n times. The left end only ever moves forward, never back. So across the whole run, it also moves at most n times. That's linear time, order n. The map holds at most one entry per distinct character, so order k space. 2 edges worth seeing. If the string is one character repeated, the window is forced back to size 1 every single step, and the answer is 1. If the string has no repeats at all, the left end never moves, the window just grows, and the answer is the whole length. Here's the shape worth remembering. Keep a left pointer and a scene map. Walk the right pointer across the string. If the character is in the map and inside the window, move left just past its last spot. Record the character's index, then update the best length. That's the whole solution. 3 takeaways. 1. A sliding window turns nested loops into one pass. 2. A last scene map lets you jump instead of crawl. 3. This shape solves a whole family of substring problems. Want to try it yourself? The interactive version is on unrote.com, link in the description. Understand it, don't memorize it. We'll see you in the next one.
Here's a string of letters, and one power. You may rewrite up to k of them, any letter you like. The goal, make the longest possible run of a single repeated letter. With just one rewrite here, how far can you stretch one letter? Checking every option by hand is hopeless, but a single sliding window nails it in one pass. Let's pin it down. Pick any stretch of the string and spend at most k rewrites on the letters inside it. If that whole stretch can become a single repeated letter, it counts. Out of all the stretches, we want the longest one that's reachable. Take this run of 4, AABA. With one rewrite, the lone B flips to an A, and the whole thing reads AAAA. 4 identical letters for a single swap, so 4 is the length to beat. The obvious attack, try every possible stretch. For each one, find its most common letter, and count how many other letters you'd have to rewrite. If at count is k or fewer, it's achievable. But there are roughly n squared stretches, and scanning each to tally letters piles more work on top. On a long string, that's painfully slow. We want a single sweep instead. Here's the hinge the whole solution turns on. Take any window. The letters you must rewrite is its length minus the count of its single most frequent letter. You keep the majority and overwrite the rest. So this window is achievable exactly when length minus that top count is at most k. Why the most frequent letter? Because rewriting is wasted effort otherwise. Whatever letter already shows up the most, you leave alone, and every rewrite goes to converting the others. Fewest rewrites, biggest run. The top count is the part you get for free. That formula begs for a sliding window. We keep 2 ends, left and right, and a tally of how many of each letter sit inside. From the tally, we always know one number that matters, max freq, the count of the most common letter in the window right now.
And the rule writes itself. The window is valid while its length minus max freq stays at most k. So we push the right end out, growing the window and updating the tally. As long as it stays valid, we keep stretching, and we remember the longest length we've ever seen. Let's run it on AABABA with k equals 1. Right slides out. A, then AA, costs nothing. Add a B, length 3, top count 2, cost 1, still fine. Add another A, length 4, 3 A's, cost still 1. Best so far, 4. Push right 1 more. Now the window holds 3 A's and 2 B's, length 5, top count 3, cost 2. That's over our budget of 1. The window's too greedy, so the left end steps in, shrinking until the cost drops back to 1. The best length doesn't shrink with it. Right keeps marching to the end, left nudging in whenever cost spills past K. The window slides along at its biggest legal size, but it never beats 4. So 4 is our answer. The run AABA. 1 rewrite, 4 matching letters.
One elegant detail. The left end only ever moves right, never back. So across the whole run, both ends together travel the length of the string just once. And the slick version never even bothers lowering maxfreq when it shrinks, because the answer only grows when maxfreq grows. A stale value can't fool it. Add it up. Each end crosses the string a single time, so the work is linear, O of n. The tally only ever holds 26 letters, a fixed box, so the extra memory is constant. Linear time, flat memory, no nested scanning anywhere. So the whole thing in one breath. A window's cost is length minus its most frequent letter. Slide the right end out, pull the left end in whenever cost passes K, and track the longest window you see. That's it. The full walkthrough with code is waiting on unrote.com. Link in the description.